Howdy, howdy, Ralph. I got me thinking about all my Arduino stuff, the development stuff. I kind of went crazy buying sensors and stuff. I had all kind of interesting projects in mind. The ultrasonic distance sensor. I still have that to do. I think these are temperature sensors. This might be the current sensors. It's ACS 12 something other really cool current sensors. Temperature sensors, infrared sensors. You got some remote control stuff. All kinds of crap here. And there's my Uno. This is my original Button Buddy stuff. You saw the video of that. Turns out it still actually works. I found it here. The battery's kind of dead. My little 6-volt battery pack is just kind of a portable thing I use for demonstration. Oh yeah, I got Christmas lights controller. I did solid state relay. I got to show you that video here. But yeah, it looks like it still works. Let me hook the battery up. It's a little, battery is a little light. The display is not real crisp because of that, but there it is. Button Buddy 1.6. Buttons pushed, sitting there waiting for inputs. I have to remember on the push button box I use for demo where all these plug into. They plug into the I/O ports over here. I'd have to go actually look at the code to determine what that is. But someplace, I don't know if I still have it, but getting this display to work was kind of a challenge. Whoops, there goes the battery. And I remember I had to write it down, all the pinouts, once I got it. Let's see, into components. Yeah, okay, here it all is here. So I think I made sure that it might be in some other notebook, but I think this is it here. So these are the Hitachi. I have the spec sheet for this. This is a standard Hitachi something or other display. It has a number 15 something on the back. Pretty common. I don't know if it's written here. But yeah, I got these at Vetco almost 18 years ago. When I was working at Verizon, I knew I was going to have a project for that, but that's just the way I roll. I get it, I put it, stash it away, and sure enough, project comes around, and Button Buddy was that project. Why the hell does this thing give me so much grief here? Is there a loose wire here? Kind of concerned. I think it might just be this flaky connector here, my 5-volt connector. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah, that's really hokey here. I thought I had something better than that. But, yeah. But you get the idea. That's not a big deal. So, I'll find a spec sheet on the Hitachi board or Hitachi display, because you're going to need to know which one of these. There's a mapping for all these DB enabled here. Those are outputs and inputs specific to the Hitachi thing, and there's a mapping for what pins they are on here. There's kind of a double header deal here. I just soldered it. That was kind of a pain in the ass, but 4RS4, this might be it here. This might be pin 12 RS. Let's see, DB5 pin 12 RS pin 12. I'd have to look at it. I think so yeah, they're marked here too. Just thinking out loud here. One, I can't even see that. There's 2 rows of them here. 1 to 14. 1 to 14. Oh yeah, and that's what these are. So these pin 2. I don't know, but anyway, I think these are the mappings for these pins along the side. You have to get some ribbon cable, and those map to here. So like that would be pin 5 here. I guess I didn't mark all the signal. Well, here, pin 5, ground. Oh well. Anyway, I will figure that out. I mean, as long as I got a couple of megas here, scanning devices. But yeah, so I have the code for. God, that connector is pissing me off. Why is that so freaky? That never used to be like that. Oh, I don't think it was snapped in all the way, or battery's dead, or I don't know what the hell's going on with it. But you get the idea. Maybe it's the wrong pin. Yeah, oh shit. Yeah, that barrel is way too big for that little pin. So I have to get a different barrel connector. So yeah, I got enough here to help you out with. I'll get you one of those displays. I'll get you the pinouts for the Megas. You probably won't need all the I/O pins for that. You can probably get away with the Uno. I did it just because the proposed project I was going to sell this to the club for had a shit pot of I/O for all these push buttons for the skeet thrower machines, and I needed that. The Mega gives you a little bit more RAM and memory, which depending on how elaborate your code is going to be, you may or may not need it. It depends how tight you write your code. I could fit a lot of code. I think all of that code for Button Buddy will fit into Uno. You just won't have all the I/Os if you don't need them. But if you need PWM for the stepper motors and all that stuff, both of these boards will have all that stuff. So I'll fix you up a care package and send you some of this crap. There's an Ethernet shield. I didn't really get involved in this too much because I didn't want to get too distracted. I had a purpose-built project like you do with your antenna tuner, or the antenna tuner. I got this off the ground in just a couple of weeks, really. The club didn't buy it. They were almost going to buy it. There's some other gun clubs who may buy it, but it's a working prototype project. It's a good basis for something else that's similar to this. If anything, I've just built up a whole repertoire of routines, and at least I kind of somewhat mastered this LCD display stuff, which is good. I wish I would have bought more of them, but it is a pretty standard display. You can mount it somehow. If you wanted to light it, you'd put a light bulb or LED on the edge here. That's probably what these pins are for. This thing is made to be lit. You just put some sort of LED on the side there, and on the other side here as well, and there, and that'll light this display up real nice with a nice green or orange or red light or whatever. Right now there's no backlighting. So okay, I'm going to close the video down so you don't get too much. Here's my new Mega that I blew up, 6,000 volts. That's for testing, insulation testing for tubes and air variable capacitors to see when they arc over. But apparently I did too much with it, and I think I blew the diodes up because on DC, this thing is lethal. I haven't shocked myself yet, but you can kill yourself with this damn thing. On the DC side, I only get 2.5 kilovolts, but on the AC side, I get the whole 6 kilovolts. So I think it's cheap. It came right from China somehow. A big-ass box. Only $400, a lot of money, but I needed something like that with all the tubes and capacitors and tuning capacitors we're making. In fact, if you do an antenna tuner, you're going to want to do this. I mean, for high power, you want to measure out all the components. Before that, you're not going to measure that out, but you want to measure out the plate and the tuning plates and all that stuff. It was a real eye-opener about where these capacitor air variables break down and arc over, and where the SO239s arc. So good investment. I always wanted one, so I just need to get this one working. So clip leads, got to make some clip leads up. I made some for a friend. I got a couple projects in the works, so I got to get back on the shotgun reloading. I'm a little behind on that. So okay, we're at 8 minutes. So oh, there's the cat. There's Tiki. I'm looking for you, Tiki. Nasty out there, huh? Good day for staying in the garage and sleeping, huh? Yeah. Okay. We'll see you later, Ralph.